Hello, welcome to Prime Sports. Here with me, Muftau Nabila Abla. Ghana's Black Stars, they are at the verge of qualifying to the FIFA World Cup in USA, Mexico and Canada after thumping Central African Republic by 5-0. Mohamed Salisu opened the scoring in the first half before Thomas Partey, Alexander Djougou, Jordan Ayew and Kamaldeen Sulemana completed the riot of that game, where they secured a 5-0 victory, which now means that heading to the final round of the qualification matches that will be happening on Sunday, Ghana sit at the top of Group I with 22 points, 3 points more than second place Madagascar, who secured a 2-1 win over Comoros also earlier today. Let's take you through the highlights of how Ghana won their game.
20 minutes in. Corner comes in from the right. Good delivery to the back post, and there's the opener. Lovely delivery. And Mohamed Salisu grabs his second goal of the quarter from another corner. Just didn't quite get the timing of the jump right this time, though. Bullet header in the back of the net. No ball inside to Jordan Ayew, who just dropped deep for a moment. He's burnt past one, and he's played a nice little ball through there. Oh, and this is opening up nicely for Ghana. And that's 2-0. Thomas Partey. Timing is run into the box of perfection. And surely now, Ghana moving towards the full 3 points. As soon as he got the ball there, playing it through, then Partey, perfect first touch into space, everyone being played onside. Some of the home players just warming up there. Cross comes into the back post, the header beats the keeper, and that's looped into the net for 3-0. 69 minutes in, the 3 points surely in the bag now. It's Alexander Djougou. Match day 8. Looping header at the back post, the keeper leapt, couldn't get there. Two men on the line couldn't stop it either. Certainly the marking from set pieces from the Central African Republic not good enough, as Mensah puts another ball in. Half cut out at the back post, the shot comes in, it's 4-0. But Jordan Ayew has his goal to add to his 2 assists. And Ghana now rampant. Top scorer in the group, by the way. Just as well that Kudus didn't get a touch on that. He'd have been flagged offside for certain. And against the Central African Republic in N'Djamena. Will be just for the losing spots, and now coming forwards here, and that's 5-0 for Ghana. The Black Stars rampant here. It's the substitute Kamaldeen Sulemana up north, certainly having plenty to cheer about as well. No offside there, he's behind the ball as it's played. And the keeper, Ghana, just simply couldn't get across in time. Simple finish.
And that was how Ghana secured a victory ahead of the final round of the qualifying matches that will be happening on Sunday. Ghana is coming up against Comoros at the Accra Sports, and that game will be kicking off at 7 p.m. on Sunday. Let's take you through the matches that Ghana has played so far. The senior national team opened their campaign with a 1-0 victory over Madagascar, and this was under Chris Hughton before they lost 1-0 to Comoros, still under Chris Hughton. However, Addo made a return to take over the reins of the technical leadership of the Black Stars, and he went away to secure a 2-1 win against Mali, and this was his first outing, competitive outing. Before that, he had played 2 friendly matches, one against Uganda and the other against Nigeria. And then he came to Laryea Sports Stadium and won by 4-3. This was before Laryea Sports Stadium was deemed not fit for purpose to host CAF and FIFA matches. And then there was the 5-0 drubbing of Chad before the reverse fixture, where the senior national team went and then decided to put up a lethargic performance that ended in a draw. But after that 5-0 victory, they went away to beat Madagascar by 3-0. and drew 1-1 against Chad. Also won 1-0 against Mali. And this was just last month, September 8th, if my memory is right. And then today, they won 5-0 against Central African Republic. And guess what? In all these matches, something has stood out, and that has to do with Jordan Ayew. He started scoring on match day 3. We'll bring you the numbers of Jordan Ayew pretty soon. He started scoring on match day 3, and since then, he has contributed 14 goals to the success of the senior national team. These are the numbers on your screen. And Mohamed Salah has 12 goals. Mohamed Amoura has got 10 goals. Dennis Buwanga has got 8, and Musa Barrow of the Gambia has got 8. And guess what? In the World Cup qualifier matches for 2026, all over the world, not from South America, not from Europe, not from Asia, Jordan Ayew is a man who is leading in terms of the numbers and contribution to the success of their various national teams. Addo himself, as head coach of the senior national team, hasn't lost a World Cup qualifying match in his 2 stints with the Black Stars. The first was, of course, in March 2022 when he drew 0-0 against Nigeria at the Bayara Sports Stadium before going all the way up to Abuja at the Moshood Abiola Stadium and drew 1-1 to secure qualification to the FIFA World Cup. He made a return. He has now played 7 games. And as we went through the numbers, he started with Mali, a victory, then he came to be Central African Republic, then he won against Chad, won against Madagascar, he has drew against Chad, and now he has won again against Central African Republic. So 7 games, 6 wins. He has not lost a single one of them. He has drawn 1, scored 21 goals, and he has just conceded just 5 goals, which is an incredible success rate for him, 85.7% in terms of the success for Addo as head coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars. After the victory, my colleague, Nathaniel Atto, is joining me right now. He's currently sitting with the captain of the senior national team, Jordan Ayew, to have a conversation with him about the team's near qualification to the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Mr. Atto, thanks very much for your time. You have had loads of fun watching the boys put up such a splendid performance earlier today and won by 5-1. You were telling me earlier that you are having a conversation with some of the playing body, and then Jordan Ayew is now on standby to have a conversation with us. What has he been telling you? Thanks very much, and greetings to Jordan Ayew.
Well, Muftal, thank you so much. And at this time, we're just at the hotel, the camp hotel, I may put it that way. And that's the Zaki Hotel and Spa, which is just about 5 minutes drive from the Meknes Stadium, where the Black Stars ensured that 5-0 drubbing of Central African Republic. Well, I'm in the good company of the captain of the Black Stars, Jordan Ayew, who was a master performer today, provided some assists, and also put himself on the scoring sheet. Has contributed an amazing amount of, quality to this campaign up to this point. Jordan, congratulations, and you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, let's roll back a little bit. Last night I saw you here. You were very calm and in a very reflective mood. What was running through your mind as you got yourself ready? And what normally runs through your mind when you have big assignments such as what we saw today at the Meknes Stadium?
It's not, obviously there's pressure. There's a lot of going through my mind. The words I'm going to use to talk to the boys and all those things, but obviously I'm a very calm person as well, so this type of moments I use it to reflect on everything and what I can use to trigger the boys to give them that energy, that extra push, that help to be committed to the cause. So I'm happy we've done it. this is exactly what I wanted. To be fair, I didn't expect 5 goals, but I just wanted us to win. But we thank God. I'm happy with the boys. I want to thank them for their commitment, their support since day one. That I've been appointed the captain. They've always been behind me. They've always been supporting me, and they've not been any issue or anything like that. They've really been good to me and being on the same direction. And obviously, like I always say, there's no limit as a captain. We are 23 captains, you know, so we are here to help ourselves and make sure that everyone is at his best and to perform.
Well, if you just joined us, we're here live on Joy News Prime, and we're having a conversation with the captain of the Black Stars, Jordan Ayew, after that very impressive win over Central African Republic a few hours ago at the Meknes Stadium. Well, we're here at the Camp Hotel, and the team is just getting ready to depart back to Accra. Now, let's talk about the game proper and how you navigated, rallied the boys or the teammates around you to get the results. You've mentioned that you didn't expect as much as 5 goals, but how would you describe Central African Republic as opposition on a key fixture like this?
It's a very, you know, when we played in Kumasi, you know, we won 4-3. It was a really tight game, you know, and obviously they missed out on the captain and the 1 or 2 important players for them. That gave us that extra motivation to kill the game and to make sure that we win the game, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, the boys, who I think today, with the motivation and determination that we had, whoever was on the pitch would have lost the game, because honestly, today from the first minute we were at it.
Well, amazing stuff. Now, let's come to the moments and the goals. You know, tell me, you probably may have a favorite moment during this particular game. Do you have a moment which you immediately remember, you know, in this particular game and for a specific reason?
No, I remember when we scored the first goal. The way everyone was happy, everyone was, you know, we were all together. We were, you know, like brothers, and you know, this is what I want to see, you know. And if we keep this commitment, this attitude and things, no one can stop us.
Amazing stuff. Now, on Sunday, there's the wrap-up game, which also will then seal what everybody is looking for from a Ghanaian perspective, to appear at a 5th or record a 5th appearance at the FIFA World Cup. Now, what would that mean for you personally? Because you now are adding your name to a very small list of players who have played or featured 3 times for Ghana at the FIFA World Cup.
Well, obviously, you know, it's things that I don't personally, I don't really think about, because when you're a kid, we were just dreaming to play at least 1 World Cup. I remember the World Cup 2006, 2010. You know, I watched it back home, and I saw, and that thing gave me like the energy and the desire that made me. I fell in love with the national team from that moment, you know, and to have 3 World Cups, honestly, like, is something that's unbelievable.
In wrapping up the conversation, Jordan, you come from a special family in Ghana football. There's no doubt about that. Your father led the Black Stars, your elder brother led the Black Stars, and now the mantle is yours to lead it. It must also be a special feeling, and at the same time a feeling of responsibility.
To be fair, you know, I'm someone, I don't really think too much and about things, because I just deal with things that comes and find solutions. There's always a solution in anything apart from death. That's how I see life, you know. So the moment, obviously, the opportunity, my turn came to be the captain and everything like that, I was kind of surprised, but you know, it's something that I felt ready. I embraced the challenge, you know, and you know, from the support of my brothers, my parents, you know, my sister, my whole entire family, because we're many. you know, that support and everything, that prayers and everything, you know, it gave me that.
And I imagine that sometimes they give you a bit of pep talk as well.
Yeah, they do, because I need it sometimes, you know. I'm not going to hide that I don't need anything because I'm experienced. No, I'm 34, but I still feel like I'm 22. You know, I'm still a young guy, and they see me as a baby in the family still, you know. And they always, the way they treat me since I was born, that's the same way they treat me today, you know. So obviously, I really, really want to thank my whole family for their support and for that belief, you know, because it's not been easy. It's been a really, really long journey for me in the national team, you know, a lot of ups and downs, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm living my dream. You know, at the end of the day, I'm living my dream. Like my mom said, you are living your dream, so live it to the fullest. And, you know, that's what I'm trying to do each day.
And finally, Jordan, on Sunday, there's a wrap-up game, like I mentioned. I can imagine the numbers in the stands and the expectations and all of that. There are Ghanaians who are watching us live right now, back in Ghana. There are those who are all over the world. What would you say to them? What would you say to Ghanaians?
Well, we've at least finally managed to put a smile on our face, because the last couple of years has not been easy. But obviously, I can assure them that there's no one day me and the boys step foot on the pitch and we didn't give our 100%. Sometimes there are things you can't really control. But they've always been behind us, always been supporting us. The critics, yes, it's part of the game and everything like that. But they've always been there for us. So obviously this is that moment, this is that time for them to come to the stadium and to enjoy the party and to support us, because we want to put in a good show for them.
Jordan, thank you so much, and we wish you well.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I just had a conversation with Black Stars captain Jordan Ayew, and he's touched on so many things, from how the game went through to how he rallies the team around in crucial moments like these. And he also talked about support from his family structure, and the kind of support that he wants from Ghanaians to execute this job and execute it properly. Well, there's still more to discuss, and there is obviously more that the football fans back at home will be looking forward to talking about once the game on Sunday is wrapped up. But I'm very sure that what is important today is this 5-0 win that has been recorded here in Meknes, Morocco. Back to you, Muftau, in the studio, and hopefully we see you, by the grace of God, at dawn tomorrow.
To ask Jordan Ayew a certain question, but since Nat has wrapped up, let me just also move on and wrap up pretty quick. Let's hear from Laryea Kingston. He has now been appointed as the head coach of all youth national teams in Uganda. He says this is an opportunity that he believes that he's the right man to get it done, because over the years he has shown that when it comes to youth football, he's arguably one of the best in the continent.
That's why I keep saying, sometimes when you are doing something, don't do it 100%. Only when people are watching you. You sometimes have to do it when you think no one is watching. But trust me, you have a lot of eyes on you. And I believe for me to get this opportunity to be able to head youth coaching in Uganda, for me, I think it's something that I put in work previously, and I believe they were watching me, and they see that the way I handle the boys, I think I have what it takes to help their soccer grow as well. So it's an opportunity, and I'm very happy to have that opportunity.
Amazing stuff. So now you've had to bid farewell to the Rush Academy in the United States.
Yeah, it was a very difficult one for me. For me to make that decision, it was very difficult because I think when I left Ghana, I took the job with Rush Select Academy in Florida, and we have an amazing kids all over United States and then South America as well, especially Brazilians and Mexicans. They're amazing kids. I joined them last year. I spent 1 year with them, and the way the development is going on, it was was so nice to see. You know, you have your handwork on someone, and it's always important for you as a coach, starting with someone, and then within months, when you evaluate the person, you can see some kind of improvement. For me, I think that gives me a lot of joy. So they did not take it well at all.
This is our Rafa Prime Sports here with me, Muftau Nabila Abla. Head on to myjoyonline.com and read some more sports stories. Up next is PM Express, and the guest is the Minister of Sports and Recreation, Kofi Adams.